It's Rob Anderson, Clean Power Wash, Salisbury, Maryland. Um, Want to talk about a couple things here. Um, Nobody's perfect. You're not perfect. I'm not perfect. Anybody who claims to be perfect, they're lying to you. Um, so, as a business owner, everything's great when everything's going the right way and blah, blah, blah. When you give them a price, everything goes perfectly. Um, you collect the check and you go off into the sunset. Um, what it really comes down to, though, for long term success um, and for building a good reputation for your company is, making things right. Um, there's not anybody out there that's going to tell you that, um, our company is where we are because we have never screwed up anything in the last 5 years. Bull. Um, when you mess something up, and I really like Dave Carroll one time was saying, they had a lift that apparently just went off the road or the sidewalk or whatever it was, and I think as he said he buried a lift. Um, it, the expenses on that job because of whatever cost to resod an area and stuff. So what? Do you think that he cares at all about the money that he spent a year and a half ago, or whenever you watch this? It was sometime in like 2015. I still remember it because I watched him posting everything about what happened there. That customer, I guarantee you that client has sent him more work, 100%. So when you're dealing with stuff, when stuff gets messed up, you know, people get it. It's really, and don't get me wrong. There's some people that the slightest thing went wrong, they're never going to use you again because you weren't perfect. Okay, screw them, forget it, whatever. But so many people want to say, oh, this person is too picky, wah wah wah. There's no pleasing them. Cry me a river. Forget that. Do what you can to take care of your customers. And a lot of it comes down to just having a longer range focus. Are you going to remember? Do I care that last year I spent $120 on a client to make them happy about 3 bushes that we killed at the bottom of a downspout. It was the first day I got my gas power liquid force machine. We had a hose blow, so that killed part of the yard. And we clearly did not do a good job with the overall overflow and everything from the downspouts. It's a good learning lesson. I mean that's one of like the low points of the year. We replaced that like a month later. Got her new bushes, trimmed lots of trees, did all kinds of stuff for her, made her happy. Have I gotten any other referrals out of that one specifically? No. But I've had lots of other people that something's been messed up, just little stuff. I'm not trying to make myself to be a screw up, but you got to understand that at the end of the day, what are you going to do about those times when something gets messed up? I had a lady that complained that my guys stepped on, broke a flower, removed some paint from some trim and stuff. Ended up having the picture prove that the trim was already peeling. It wasn't our fault, but so what? So a little flower, I went ahead and bought her, instead of 1 flower, I gave her 2. With these little perennial things. They're cheap. Whatever. Go back and make them happy. Somebody was posting that a customer was complaining and wanted a $32 discount on their service because when the guys were out there, they scraped the brand new air conditioning unit with the ladder. And guys, we're talking like next to no scrape. Like, why are you not paying attention to anything else? So many guys, unfortunately, said, "Oh, yeah, you know what? Just deduct the $32 that he wants for some touch-up paint for, what amounts to maybe an inch or two total scraped." You could probably buff that out with some compound and make it look fantastic. And while you're at it, go ahead and buff and wax the whole damn thing. if you go ahead and take the cheap way out. Sorry about that. And instead of getting the $300 on that job, get $265 because you gave this guy $35 off for some paint. That guy's never calling you again. I guarantee you he's not calling you again. You go over and here's how I would handle it. I would go over there, talk with him for a few minutes and say, listen, we're gonna go ahead and make it right. I'm really sorry about that. I get it. Those new air conditioning units, they cost 10, 20 grand, and you want to make them look good. Certainly at some point they are going to get scraped up. Whoever does it, whatever. But let me go ahead and make this better for you. Get whatever paint. Sorry, I'm not buying $32 paint to fix a 2-inch scrape. But get whatever's necessary. Fix it, and obviously I hope I never have reason to need some more gray paint. So at that point, go ahead, give them the rest of it. Here you go, sir. We've gone ahead. We've done the labor. We made it work. Everything's fixed. It's great. Are you happy? Blah, blah, blah. Here's the stuff. Just in case anything ever does get scraped, you've got this in the future. That customer is going to be blown away. They're going to refer people to you. They're going to call you back in future years. Versus if you get that email or that phone call and I'm going to just give you a $35 deduction. It's not worth my time. I don't want to go over there. You know what? Right now, we had to go replace a board and a screen on a screen door. Ended up buying the guy a whole new screen door. Ladder slipped, fell. I'm not proud of it, but you know what? That day when that happened, we did $1,200. The next day we went out, did some work, did a $1,450 job, did another $300 job, and then I sent my guys over to fix that other stuff. To go ahead and put that board in, to take care of replacing and putting in a whole new screen door. Guys, what is it? I'm not going to worry about that. It was an $800, $900 job that they did, and so what? It's nothing. Again, am I going to be more worried about the $30 that I spent in 2015 to fix such and such, or am I going to be more concerned about the $5 grand that I made off that customer, or that realtor didn't just bash me to pieces in front of other realtors because we damaged something? Again, it's all about how you handle it. We finished part of that $1,700 that we did yesterday was a customer that we cleaned her house, her mother's house. Last time we cleaned her house, the painter actually wanted us to come back and basically pressure wash the whole house with a yellow tip because they wanted all the oxidation, everything else. I mean, they wanted it scarred up. Just went ahead and did it. And as a result, we went back, did her house, $1,475, did her mom's house, $740, did her sister's house, $2,300. Guys, what did that cost me to send that tech back out for 3 or 4 hours 2 years ago? What, $70? Let's call it $100. That's a great deal. I traded $100 worth of time and sent him my tech out, and I know it costs actually a good bit less than that, to get that customer to spend over $4 grand with me 2 years later. Hey guys, that I wish we could screw stuff up, pay $100 and then get $4 grand every time. I mean, that'd be amazing. It doesn't always work that way, but seriously. So anyways, have a great night. Thanks.